Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, The Terrain Factory, where I show you how to easily and cheaply make terrain and other elements for your tabletop games. In this video I'm going to make some prison cells made out of stone, complete with stairs, doors and bars. To make this I'm going to use something rigid for the base, in this case I'm using a piece of MDF, some foam to make walls, floor and the stairs. In this case, I'm using high density styrofoam. You could use normal styrofoam, but it's going to be harder to carve the texture into it. The best type of foam that we could use in this case is XPF, but it's much harder to find it in thin sheets. The last two things we are going to use are some skewers to make the bars, and some large popsicle sticks to make the door frames. Let's get to it. The first thing we're going to do is glue the floor to the MDF base, and cut the foam for the exterior walls and the cells walls. Once all the pieces are cut, we can start carving our stone texture on the foam by drawing on it with something sharp and pointy like a pencil. Once every piece is done, you can glue them in place using some hot glue. Next, for the stairs, we just need to cut some thin strips of the same foam and glue them on top of each other. After gluing that in place, we can start working on the doors and the bars. For the door, cut the popsicle sticks to size and glue them together. We're going to need a frame for the door itself and a frame around the door. If you want some doors to be open, you just need to glue the door frame to the outer frame with an angle. Once every frame is done, we can start working on the bars. To make them, just cut the skewers to the size you need. Now, we could just glue the skewers on top of each other, but to make it look a little bit better, we can carve carefully a small notch in them to make them fit a bit more snugly. Next, before gluing the doors to the structure, we can start a very simple paint job. First, cover the whole base structure with a thin coat of flour, PVA glue, paint and water. In this step, if there are any holes between your walls or between the stairs, you can fill them by thickening your mix, adding a little bit more flour. After everything has dried, heavily dry brush everything with a dark grey. Since I'm going for a bit more dark atmosphere, I like the effect I got with just these two steps. If you want to add more light, you just need to dry brush lighter greys up to a white until you get the effect you like. For the doors, just give them a base coat of dark silver paint and then cover them with a black wash. As for the walls, you can give them some highlights with white paint. After that, glue them in place and your prison is done. If you have access to a 3D printer or something like that, we can print some decoration to give it a bit more character, like some hooks and chains and some skeleton or bone remains. Also, using some cheap Halloween decoration, we can put some spiderwebs here and there. After that, our terrain is complete and ready to be explored. I hope you liked this video and found it useful. See you in the next one, and remember, keep playing with your maps.